So I guess we're going to start the stream. And as far as I know, the stream has started. It says it's an excellent connection. We'll see how that goes. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Let's see how it sounds. Wow, it sounds good, looks good, gotta say. All right, well, if you're coming in, you're expecting to see me on the strip. It gets to a point where my feet hurt. And when I say hurt, I mean they legit hurt. Like, what am I even talking about? I have ingrown, I mean, it's too much information, but I walk so much that I get like ingrown toenails and they get painful. And then I walk on the other side of my foot and I wake up and I can't even step out of bed in the morning. I don't complain because I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be alive. And so that's what's going on. So we're going to do something completely different. I mentioned in my last video, if you guys watched, that trying to push to a different direction because Vegas is good, but there's so much more to Vegas. And besides, you know what? A lot of my viewers watch financial channels, economics channels, societal channels, and I'm not a popcorn channel. I like them. They're good. Yummy, yummy. Everybody loves them. Some popcorn. Caramel popcorn. I miss that being 28 days into carnivore. But here I am talking to you guys. We'll see if we get 100 people in the chat. That's the goal. What's up? The Campbell's in the house. Yep. Hello. I'm looking at your chats over here. Hey, Steven, happy 2026. Hope you're having a great day. That's right, blessed. But I could use your help in all this if you guys want to share stuff. Because the thing is, I have like a proper computer now. I have invested in the channel. I've invested in stuff. I mean, I'm rocking out the Mac Studio. I'm talking to you on a professional caliber mic. I got a pretty good little webcam, and I'm not filming this or streaming this with my Sony. That would be a little tad excessive, but I think it looks good. And we can do stuff like look at X. First things first, man, I read this and I shared this today. And I feel like a dumbass for sharing this today in a way. And I just realized that I'm not sharing you my whole screen. There you go. I guess I might have resized this a little bit so I can share with you guys my whole screen. How do I do this? This way. Be some kinks to iron out. But yeah, this was this big long rant about Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. You're getting an echo? I know why you're getting an echo. Now you're not getting an echo. You know what? I just realized the microphone on the webcam was going the whole time. What a dumb ass. So the webcam has a mic. The webcam also has like a little mic responder that I'm not using, but this has a mic, so the echo's gone now. Howdy, troopers of reality. There you go. Thank you for the echoes. Big echo, big bad echo. Now you got the proper mic. So that won't happen again, which is good. But we have a lot of stuff to look at. I mean, I don't know. I'm on X today looking at the world go round around. It's burning down. I'll tell you what, man. Everything is crazy right now. But we're going to kind of do some reaction type stuff. And when I do that, I can actually watch videos with you guys and everything like that. I mean, welcome to the future of America. Dollywood has a new drink system. Dollywood, like Dolly Parton, where you buy soda and have to scan a QR code to get the drink. The crazy machine cuts you off when you've reached your limit. This is crazy. What does that mean? So, okay, that makes sense. What's the problem with this? He puts ice in it. He knows it's a 16-ounce cup, and he puts the thing in there, and it cuts him off. What's the big deal? They don't want people abusing the soda machine. There's no free refills. Whatever. People complain so much. Anyways, howdy, troopers of reality. There you go. Thanks. Okay. Give me some comments in the chats. Let me know what you guys are doing for New Year's. How's your New Year's been? It's January 2nd. Did you do anything progressive in the last few days? Today, I went out of the house. What did I do today? Why did I leave the house? Oh, I was talking to my friend, Josh. He's a realtor. Please read Sal Khan's NYT editorial about 1% AI tax. Oh, man, I'd have to pay for that. Let me see. Hold on a second here. I don't have to pay for it, but let me type it in here. We'll go to, was it Sal Khan, New York, 1% AI tax? AI, we'll just type in AI tax. So the 1% solution to the looming AI job apocalypse, you must be a paying member. I can't afford everything. Don't look now, but I'm going to type this into this thing here called archive.ph, and this should probably. Oh man, it. Oh, it's working. Half the time, this little paywall buster doesn't work. Are you a human? I'm pretty sure I'm a human. Thank you for the $2, Bojack. Now I have to do it because Bojack paid us $2 dues. So, oh boy. Well, it's not that long actually. That's good. Wait. Okay. So AI tax. Well, first question I have for you guys is, what do you guys think of AI? Like, are you utilizing it? Are you using this stuff? Does it scare you? Like, it scares me. Like, I I used to go out. This is one way it's been very productive, right? I used to go out on the strip, record my videos, find a place where I could maybe take a photo. Harsh lighting conditions precluded me all the time from taking photos, and they're for my thumbnails. It's like one of the most important things in the entire packaging of your YouTube video. If you don't have a good photo, you're completely effed. And instead, now I can take my own photo and I can take a picture of Google Street View and I can combine them and I can make some crazy looking stuff. That's one way it's positive. The other way it's negative is stuff like there's, I think one of the car dealerships across the country now is when you return your car, they're using AI to image your car. So you might have like drove over a rock and it hit underneath where a human wouldn't see it. And now they're going to charge you for the body damage if you don't have the insurance policy, which you might think, well, I have insurance and it covers that. And then it doesn't cover that. So whatever. Stephen, I've inherited a 401k. Whoops. I just made all my stuff go away. I have to make this window bigger. Steve and I have inherited a 401k on Wednesday. The funds took a turn down. Didn't you say Wednesday was a bad day for investment? I told you that I didn't. Well, first of all, Kat, if you're serious, you have a an inherited 401k on Wednesday. The funds took a turn down. I mean, look, if you're in the markets, I don't know what did you put it in? What market is it invested in? I mean, the S&P gained like what, 16% or something over the last year? I don't know. I mean, what market are you in? You tell me. But it's always going to go back up. You just got to be restful. You got to rest on your laurels and stuff like that. But I don't know. We can talk about stocks if you want. Bicycle ride. Bigfoot sightings are back in America and Canada. Doing strict carnivore for 90 days with some mild fasting. Well, if you're just starting out on that, great. I'm on day 28. Last night I made beef. I made beef tacos last night with cheese taco shells. Easiest ingredients ever. All you gotta do is take your taco shells, or you take your mozzarella. Sorry, yeah, cheddar, no mozzarella. Take your cheddar and then melt it in a pot, and you stick it in one of these little Mexican taco dealies right here, and then before you know it, you have taco shells. Doesn't that look nice? Those were absolutely delicious. I was so enamored with that. I made it again today. I just poured a bunch of cheese in a pan and then flipped it. I was like, boom. Oh, I got crackers now. It's good stuff. I wonder how long before we don't have to really think at all. You don't already have to think at all. People aren't thinking. Are you kidding me? Have you seen social media? Do you look at things online? Let me close my door before the noise gets into our ears. Give me a sec. There it is. Now the door is closed. You might need to pay taxes on the inherited 401k. I don't know how that works. Can we keep investing? Can we keep the investing ones separate from these? No, not at all. No, this is an everything channel now, Seaside Champ. I love you guys. I'm turning this into not just a Vegas channel, but a little bit of everything channel because I can't do just like brain rot. Hey guys, here's a buffet. I ate a piece of pizza. Look at me. This is what the Vegas scams are. Oh, the strip is burning down around us. You guys are tired of that. Most of you guys like the analysis. That's a great idea. Who doesn't like fried cheese? Thank you, AI. We should also start a talk. What's a talk? Oh, taco shop. Okay. People believe everything they see on social media. We love brain rot. Well, that's fine. You can have brain rot. I mean, there's lots of good channels for brain rot. But Bojack asked me to read this New York Times article. We should look at it right now. It says, on my way to meet a friend in Silicon Valley, I passed 3 self-driving Waymos gliding through traffic. These cars were everywhere now, moving as if they were part of the landscape forever. When I arrived, the wonder of those futuristic cars gave way to a far more troubling glimpse of what lies ahead. My friend told me that a huge call center in the Philippines, a center his venture capital firm had invested in, had just deployed AI agents capable of replacing 80% of its workforce. The tone in his voice wasn't triumphant, it was filled with deep discomfort. He knew that thousands of workers depending on those jobs to pay for food, rent, and medicine, but they were disappearing overnight. Even worse, over the next few years, this could happen across the entire Filipino call center industry, which directly makes up to 7 to 10% of the nation's GDP. Yeah, I know that actually. I've actually been talking to my wife about that. I was trying to get her to share some videos with some people that she knows because the call centers there are a big industry. And I was like, you need to share this with these young people that think that this is a future for them because it is not a future for them. Philippines has not invested in AI properly. They are going to get spanked so hard. If you just got, that's weird that you're going to get ads every 18 minutes on on these streams in my studio. Just every 18, it's every 20 minutes, right? And that's about better than a television show. I will let you know. So you're going to get ads every 18 minutes. But don't worry, I'm still here. That conversation stayed with me. What's happening in the Philippines is connected to what's happening on the streets of San Francisco, Phoenix, Austin, Texas, Atlanta, and Los Angeles, the cities where driverless cars now operate. I believe artificial intelligence will displace workers at a scale many people don't even yet realize. In less than a decade, Uber and Lyft shrank the taxi industry. Self driving cars could replace human drivers, among the largest occupations for men in the United States, just as quickly. Once autonomous vehicles dominate ride sharing, delivery routes and long haul trucking won't be far behind. In the coming years, AI and robotics are likely to significantly reduce the level of human labor needed in occupations as diverse as warehouse work and software engineering. We've seen economic displacement caused by globalization and immigration lead to frustration and division. The next wave, fueled by automation, will hit faster and cut deeper. Because of this, my friend has decided to commit 1% of his firm's profits to help the people learn new skills. What? Shut up. Whatever. Oh, yeah. They're so altruistic. Dude, 1% of his firm's profits probably pays for his entire payroll. They lowball people in the Philippines. They abuse their workers. Okay, so here's this altruistic New York Times baloney coming at you like they're going to come into the developing nations. And okay, I want to tell you, you guys want to know how the call centers in the Philippines really work? How do I know? Have relatives. Every so often they ask me if they can work for me because they're out of work, but they're working for a call center, but then they're out of work. Why? Well, it's simple, right? Microsoft hires a guy like this guy's company. This guy's company exploits a pretty nasty loophole in the Philippine labor laws that says that they only have to be working for 3 months at a time. And then they can cut their jobs and cut everybody loose, and you can all reapply, but we're probably not going to rehire you. So they jump from job to job. So this guy wants to act. This is a virtue signaling garbage that I just can't stand. You want to act like you want to save the world. Sure, you do, buddy. Anyways, this isn't charity. It's the best interest of these. Oh, I'm already checked out. 1% of profits, not revenues. That's a rounding error compared to what's at stake. The threat, the fund, I can't even get through it, guys. I'm sorry. I know you paid me $2. And here's the thing. I I've been telling you guys for a really long time that AI is going to like put a lot of people out of work. It's going to be incredibly detrimental to a ton of people. It's coming for you. You think it's not coming for you? Like, I'm sorry, man, but it's coming for you too. You just don't see it yet because you think that AI can't do what humans can do. But the problem is, it certainly can. And if you don't believe it, then you're going to get caught with your pants around your ankles. I got to send this to my wife. Copy link. I can't believe I have 223 people watching. That's pretty phenomenal. And I'm going to send it to somebody else and see if they pop in. Who knows? There you go. Oh, my wife shared a picture of me and her up in Tahoe when we tried to start a new venture and it didn't work out and I got screwed super hard, effed in the A. Let me send this to this person here. Do things that scare you. That's me right now. The transition in this direction of the channel scares the hell out of me. Let's go back to you guys. Fuel prices continue to come down. Investment in any logistics company will continue to increase your portfolio. AI is replacing humans, so more money, more profit. Waymo, aka Deathmo. When has Waymo ever killed anybody, though? That's not a thing. That doesn't happen. Oh, can I get a mic check? How does my mic sound? Other than the echo show I had at the beginning, I think it sounds good. How much will the virtual AI Campbell cost? Never going to happen, man. You guys want to know this? I was offered as much as for record breaking. Who said that? Not me. I never said that. I feel like that Martin Short character off of SCTV. I didn't say that. You didn't say that. Everybody knows that. Don't you know that? Smoking a cigarette. It's getting longer and longer. Waymo. Oh yeah, AI Campbell, right? So over the last year, right when I needed it the very most, I got this email from somebody. It was an opportunity for my channel, opportunity. And it was that if I allowed them, if I signed an agreement and I allowed them to access every single piece of content on my YouTube channel, which is like 2,000 pieces of content, including all the live streams and everything else. And I signed this agreement, and then they would take that and they would train AI models off of it. And then they would sell that data to providers like OpenAI, who makes videos, and ChatGPT. Well, it's the same thing. Google Gemini, they make videos. Like all these video services, they need as much data. That's how AI works. AI works by taking in new data and compounding it and compressing it and including it in the fold. It's like making dough, and you just constantly adding ingredients, and the dough gets bigger and bigger. That's how the large language models work. So if I was going to allow them to train everything that I had and use everything I had to train the models, then I could make as much as $400,000 over the course of the next year or 2 or 3, whatever. And all I had to do was sign this agreement, and I didn't have to really do anything. Just keep making your content, man. We really like it because you're in Vegas and you are seeing all sorts of people and all sorts of landmarks and all sorts of things. And your videos are really great. And your live streams are really long, and you speak clearly, and you have great audio, and we can train your voice. We can train your, wait a minute. Hold on. What did you just say? Well, we're going to be looking at your video and you and your voice and your likeness and everything in the scene. I said, right, but what are you going to do with my voice? What are you going to do with my image? Well, I mean, I'll send you the agreement. Just take a look at it, see if you like it. I said, okay, send me the agreement. Send me the agreement. Dropped it into Google Gemini and ChatGPT. I said, if I do this agreement, am I giving up? Will I see myself or my voice, or is it possible that my likeness and my voice could be used somewhere else? Yes. Do I have any rights? No. And so they were trying to get me to basically sell the possibility of me not being me anymore with zero recourse, so they could train everything on me, which is scary and frightening if you think about it. And now we got people using stuff like this. This is a popular app that some of you guys might know. That would be CapCut. So a lot of people love this. This is the best thing ever. It's Steven, you got to get into this video editor. It is completely free. Why wouldn't you use this free video editor to edit your videos? Because the terms of service for this thing are a dystopian nightmare. It's a horror show. We are allowed unfettered access to anything that you create and upload. You're going to use our AI tools and models to create avatars of yourself and take a still image and look at that. You got fire coming out of your head. We're also a Chinese company owned by ByteDance, which is based in China, and this is the CCP, and all your information can be just given away. Who knows? So that's a scary thought. So you got to be careful with this stuff on the AI. AI is amazing for small businesses. Live stream powered by AI. Don't do it, Steven. I love CapCut, not going to lie. You shouldn't use it, though. I mean, life's fine, Hey, dude, people love heroin. Shouldn't do it. It's not good for you. I'm just, whatever. 400K yearly, Steve. That's a lot of money to poor people. It's not a lot of money for a lot of reasons. I'm about to tell you that $400,000 is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. Basic after tax earnings for single American, 400,000, 400. Let's see what that comes out to. So you think it's a lot of money, right? But you know how much taxes you got to pay on that? The average single American annually living in Nevada can expect a small basic tax earning take home pay. You're paying $91,000 in income tax. That's what you're paying. You're paying $91,000 in income tax. Then you're paying Social Security and Medicare, $29,000. We have no state income tax here, but it's as much as 8 or 9% in some crazy states like California. So you're paying 121,000. Then you have a net leftover of 278,926. So you're saying that's still a lot of money. Yeah, maybe. It depends on how big your family is, but this is not millionaire status. 400, well, that's nearly half a million, but you got to pay your taxes, don't you? Social media use in moderation. AI like social media use in moderation is great. Yikes, spyware. AI needs to take a step back. We're never going. We had a chance. It was in the last year and a half, 2 years. That's not going to happen. The doom gloom sales pitch. Everyone buy gold. That's not my sales pitch. My doom and gloom sales pitch is to buy my course 1K a day and learn how to trade. 400,000 is a lot of money if it represents the student loan amount owed. Ah, yeah, only 275K. I wouldn't bother with it. No, I know what you're saying. You're like, that's still a lot of money. It's not. Like, do you understand? Okay, you think, okay. Do you know what the houses? Do you know what a rental on a big house in a nice area in Vegas is going to be $8,000 to $25,000 a month. So if you're thinking that you're going to make that 400K and then you're going to end up living in, McDonald's ranch, no, it's 20 grand a month to live in those houses. That's $240,000 a year. You don't got a shot. You don't got a shot. Not to mention, most of you guys are going to do stupid things like go out and buy a car or lease a car or finance a car. You're going to finance a car. And then you're going to you're going to buy all the stuff that you always wanted. You're going to get all that stuff. Oh, I got all the stuff I always wanted. And then at the end of it all, you have hardly anything left over. It's actually quite frightening. I wonder if Stephen Hawk be alive today. Would he? Yeah, I mean, sure. I'm sure he would. I mean, could you imagine if Stephen Hawking were alive today? They could clone his voice. He could be like, he wouldn't sound the same. That was part of his trademark, right? That robotic voice. That's like 20K a month. That's a lot of money. I guess. Bitcoin this winter this year, 2014, 2018, 2022 saw a 75% drops in price. That guy Jay Bravo said it could go down to 62,000, and he's really good at predicting prices. Hope Bitcoin drops again. That's how you make more money. 400K is about 15% to retirement. The COVID crash saved me from having to work until I was 70. I earned 35K a year. Can't tell me $240,000 after taxes isn't a lot of money. The question is, why do you only make $35,000 a year? That's not a lot of money. And I'm not criticizing you. And I love you for watching. But you guys, nobody in this chat, including me in the past, I was making way too little as well. But the problem was in me, and I had to solve my internal stuff in my head. That was the problem. Happy New Year, paid cash back. Okay, let's go look at some X stuff, okay? Because my X is crazy. So Dollywood has a new drink system. Let's see what this looks like. Let's see what the main complaints are. You guys want to watch some videos with me? Let's do it. Do it, lady, as they say. If anybody watched the Chit Show? I haven't watched a Chit Show in a few days. So we have this guy here. We have Dollywood. We have, okay, let's just come on here.
Even though I'm out of ounces, test it out and see how it works. So this is just a standard fountain drink. It's not a refillable cup. You can see if I come up to the fountain and do that, it doesn't
work. Wow.
Instead, I have to scan. Let's see.
Doesn't even scan right, bro.
Well, there it goes, finally. You have 16 seconds, so then you can get
16 seconds.
If you want ice, and get your drink. And what you can also see there is it shows how much you've used and your remaining balance.
Wow.
So it's a few minutes later, and I need a bit of a refill. Let's see how that works. So I'm going to scan my cup again. And I still have time to get something. Okay, it cut off now. And it said, well, you couldn't see it, but it said remaining balance 0. So you only get so many ounces in your cup. Jeez. In total, it probably equaled about 1.5 of these size cups. These aren't big cups at all. I mean, you can kind of see how big my hand is around it. I'm not exactly sure how many ounces those cups hold, probably around 15, but you can go up and get refills You just have a limited number of ounces. You have around 15 ounces in.
Hey, let's address something. Aaron, here's what I want you to do. Send me your email address and I'll send it back to you. First of all, you donated $2 and I appreciate that, but I'm not here to like suffer fools. So here's what I'm going to do. nllvcontact at gmail.com. And by the way, that's not a lot of money to make. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to elevate you to the mindset where you're worth way more than 35,000, brother. I'm not here to make you feel bad about yourself. So go ahead and send me an email and give me your PayPal or your Cash App. I'll send you the $2 back, which means I lose money on it, just so you know, because you sent $2 with YouTube and they take 35% or something. So send me that email. I'll give you your money right back to you, dude. I don't make anybody donate anything. I really don't. When did you ever donate? I'm trying to look for it. You donated? No, Bojack donated. Maybe you donated in the past. But here's the thing, dude. $35,000 comes down to, let's just play a game. Let's just play a game. I don't know what you, maybe you work part-time, you can't work anything else. So 35,000, and it's not criticism. I'm being serious. Like if you were coming to me for advice, I would say, well, you make $2,900 a month. And if there's 4 weeks, that means you make $729 a week. And if you worked, 35 hours a week, that means you're making $20 an hour for that. And there's more to it, man. There's more to it. And I want you to know that I wasn't trying to take a shot at you. But the truth is, you said it. You didn't have to say it. And when you put yourself out there, that can happen. So let's go back to our, send me that email. Shoot me a list of the donations you've made, bro. And I'll do that. Okay. So let's see what else is going on in the news today. Oh man, because lately my stuff is like Nick Nick Shirley thinks being a virgin with no life experience is a flex. Mainstream media debunked Nick Shirley's agenda within 24 hours. Are you guys watching this this whole thing with Nick Shirley and all these people? And are you guys seeing the Somali thing? Tell me in the chats. Dollywood's a ripoff. Really? Soda is toxic. Yep, another way to nickel and dime the customers. 5 count, I would say it's toxic. Is this really going on at Disney World? There was recently, I didn't see that anywhere. Sheeple love being sheep. These companies are just taking the piss now. All right, sorry, just saying you're saying my money is a pittance. I'm not saying your money is a pittance. I'm saying you don't make enough. I'm saying that there's opportunities to make more. I really am. I'm saying that you got to do something with your life. Everybody does. Yes, all propaganda. David Saldana, last time Disney World's at the bottom of the cup. It's an RFID tag, which is controlled by the number of refills. All right. So, yeah, I don't think, you're going to hate me for this, but that's one of the highest profit margin things I think that they have at those parks and stuff. I know that there's a McDonald's near my house, and when I was eating the McDonald's before, I'd go in there and I would always try to fill up my cup, and the cup would never be able to be filled because the machine was turned off, and the machine was turned off because there was a bunch of homeless Joes who were sitting there who were getting refill after refill. So people, they buy a cup, they get the water, they do the thing, they don't get water in the cup, or they say, "Can I have a cup for water?" And they go over and they're filling it up with Mountain Blue, Blue Blast or whatever it's called. And so that's it, man. I think it's just a way for them to control costs. Disney suffers the same problem as Vegas, which is greed. Sure, huge markup on soda. The 68 IQ says enough, but the heads being so oddly shaped is. Well, that's not very nice. Are we talking about Somali people? Because I've seen that on X, man. My ex, even though I'm a conservative, my ex is filled with just anti Nick Shirley stuff. It's insane. So I'll ask you guys again, is anybody watching the Nick Shirley stuff? Are you guys watching this whole thing with his expose and stuff like that? I don't know. And Dicio says it's amazing that the Campbell has got free water. Never been. I've been challenged plenty. I have. Deport all the scammers. XRX X.com. Yes. Yes, I am. I am. I have actually never heard of Nick. Stop. What does glazing yourself even mean, Royal Bigfoot founder? What does glazing mean? Can somebody explain? Because I don't know what the vernacular is. I am not a smart fella. So let's type in internet slang Glazing. Let's see what that means. I'm not. In chat slang, glazing means excessively praising or hyping someone up, often in a disingenuous, cringeworthy, or biased way, implying the person is an ass kisser or sycophant rather than genuinely impressed. It is used negatively to call out someone for over complimenting, especially if it is over the top or unwarranted. Am I glazing me? I don't know what that. I don't think so. I'm actually a little. People get down on me because I'm a little critical of myself. I actually have this self-depreciating thread that runs through me, which is not good. Let's see here. By the way, you guys keep talking about Somaliland. Just so you know, you're using that term completely wrong. Like, most of you guys don't understand what Somaliland actually is. I had to look this up the other day because in my chats, you're like, Somaliland, Somaliland. Well, here's the deal. It's like this part of the map right here. And what it is, it's this little area right outside of Ethiopia by Djibouti, which is the funniest name for a country ever. Djibouti. Djibouti looks good, girl. Anyway, Somaliland was just recognized recently by Europe, and it's not really a country, but you guys keep saying it like it is. It's this little like breakout republic. It used to be called the Republic of Somaliland. It's a partially recognized country in the Horn of Africa. So just so you guys are aware of that. But what's going on, guys? What's on the internet? Can you look at me? I want to hold on. I want to react to stuff. I want to watch videos. Let's talk about something. Type in a topic. Maybe we can surf all over X. Maybe we can see what's happening or on TikToks. I hope I'm logged into TikTok. If not, I have to blank up my screen. Oh, I am logged into TikTok. Maybe later. Shut up. I don't really use a TikTok account. I only use TikTok to watch TikToks and download videos, not leaving Eastern Africa. If you paid $20,000 for a bachelor's degree in a business administration in over 35 years and made $400,000 more than you would have made with no degree, was the degree worth it? College is a scam. University is a scam for most people. What's hard to believe is people seem to be madder at people that expose fraud rather than ones committing it. The new video Nick did. He did a new video 30 minutes ago? Did he really? Really? Was that the one he was like, I'm going to break the internet? I'm going to break the internet. Where is it? 30 minutes ago. Videos. No, I don't see a video here 30 minutes ago. Maybe it was on his X account or something. I ain't got nothing here. I don't know. He was supposed to do that video in Vegas with us. I wish he would do it. We spent all day filming with him. He was a good guy. Well, I didn't spend all day. I spent from like 10:30 at night until 1:30 in the morning with him. Thank God for Nick Shirley. It'll be the country for nation. His videos have gone viral on the Somali front. Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying he didn't want to have one 30 minutes ago. College graduates will make more money over career than those who aren't. I okay. I mean, I don't know. What's the average income of a college graduate? Let's type that in. Let's go on to TikToks and let's type in um, college degree complaint. Let's see what that looks like. Ranting about the job market. Okay. Okay. What's this?
So I'm just gonna complain for a minute. I'm graduating this weekend with my bachelor's degree, and the degree I chose is very broad. Excuse me. I don't know, like, other than going abroad to teach as an English teacher, I'm not entirely sure what the fuck I can do with my degree. Now, with that being said,
She picked a bad degree. It's not my fault, honey. You like the word broad? Broad? I'm going abroad and I have a broad degree and I don't know what I'm going to do with my broad degree. Don't blame anybody else for yourself. You STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and even then, a lot of people don't give a damn if if you got the technology and you know what's up, they'll hire you. You don't always need a degree. That's my point. Anyways, what else is she saying here?
I know that there are certain channels that I can go down in order to, pursue higher education based on my degree or a related field or even an unrelated field. Or I could try to find work at a law office or whatever have you, right? Like, I could followed the bridge to Terabithia. Just kidding. The bridge to becoming a diplomat or some type of
Follow the bridge to becoming a diplomat. I don't think she understands how politics works. If you're liking this, this is a brand new format. Can you share this with somebody that might enjoy it as well? Because we gotta broaden our horizons out here, and I don't know if anybody's getting into this. I mean, still got 400 people, so not bad. But anyways, um, how how are you going to become you're going to become a diplomat? Well, congratulations. Why don't you just become an astronaut and a professional basketball player while you're at it? Because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a civil engineer until I realized I hate school and I dropped out, and that was the worst mistake I ever made. But anyways, diplomat to who? I don't know. Djibouti. Going back to it.
government work, right? But that's one, expensive, two, not exactly the role or route that I want to go. And I'm currently in this in between of finding a master's program that aligns with what I want to do while also using the degree that I just got. But here's the problem. I'm trying to find something that I can do now. Like, I'm graduating on Saturday, and I would like to find a job that is related to my degree that I'm graduating with on Saturday so that I can start working within that degree and have some type of work experience within that degree starting sometime in January, right? The job that I currently have does not align with my degree almost at all. But it does align with the degree that I'm trying to pursue for my master's. And so I'm utterly just flabbergasted, if that's the correct word to use.
She doesn't tell anybody what her degree's in. She doesn't tell anybody that. And you know what I know to be true? I know this to be true. If you if your degree or if your degree, if you're in a 2-year electrical engineering course, by the time you're almost finished, you can go get an apprenticeship in most places and be making money right out the gate. But I'm guessing what happened to her is what happens to most young women, especially. I don't know why. Women are usually more logical. No, that's actually not true. Women are a lot more emotional. But when it comes to career stuff, they're at least a little more pragmatic. They're at least a little more well thought through. You know, men are impulsive, especially when they're young. They have the high testosterone surge. That's why men die in horrible accidents more often than women and stuff like that. But usually women are more thoughtful, but they all seem to get these degrees in stupid things that don't really make any sense, like social justice or I'm going to be a social worker. Do you know how many people are trying to be a social worker right now in your state? And then you find out that Trump gets in and he's like, nope, sorry, we're cutting all that. And you're like, oh, I'm out of a job. I don't know. I don't know. Most people with degrees don't work in their field. That's why, well, then I guess it's true that college is a scam, Douglas says. You know, he didn't say that. He said most degrees don't, work in the field. More women college graduates now. She wants corporate America job for 40 years. TSMC in Phoenix. Oh, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. She should apprentice in the plumbing field because it's easy. Basket weaving. I have a degree in basket weaving. The last thing about, okay, my college degree helped me immensely for 20 years on vet med until I left due to an injury. Oh, that's good. Women should be thinking about finding a great guy and making a that's a thing, man. A lot of women, they push away the idea of getting married, getting a man in their life. The men are like just shacking up with everybody. Have you guys seen that there's a dating app for like teenagers? That's a terrible idea. Mandami needs social workers. New York City, of course he does. What else do we got here?
Okay, here's complaint number 3 in the top 6 complaints that we hear from our under 35 CareerNet Nation members.
Oh, this guy's selling something.
Why do I need to take more courses when I already have a college degree? Well, the reason is college degrees from virtually any college except technical degrees teach you near zero about the work world.
There you go. I like this guy.
Why that is, I'd need 30 minutes to even scratch the surface on it for The reality is your college degree, my college degree, from a great college means nothing to the work world
Ah.
except that you have one.
Mm.
So more learning on the job and learning when you're commuting to and from your job
That's
is your
it.
best approach. And
That's
it doesn't
right.
need to be a course. It can be a great business book on your industry that you
Mm-hmm.
listen to on audiobooks. But just keep learning because things are changing, and your college degree, even a
Mm-hmm.
technical Bachelor of Science degree, loses value as fast as a new car.
He's so right. I thought for a minute, like, who's this guy? What is he selling me? That's true. That's really, really true. He's dead right. When I had an EV for a minute, I would take the same road because going home it was on a downslope and I would gain battery life. I was like, how much battery life can I gain? But I had to go slower, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put on an audiobook, and I can do 35 minutes a day. And if the audiobook is 4 hours, that means that approximately every 3, 6, 9, 12, what? That's 1 hour, 2 hours. So every 5 days, every week or two, I can finish an audiobook. Do something. Come on, do something.
Bro, niggas will really spend thousands of dollars to get a degree in a field that makes no money and then complain about being in debt. What the fuck was you doing the past 4 years? Like, you knew what position you were putting yourself in before you did this. Now, I agree with most people. A big part of college is they be scamming
Am I allowed to laugh at this? It's not just black people that do this, by the way. It's like that girl at the very start.
the hell out of you. And when I
Mm-hmm.
say scamming, I mean how I gotta pay $200 for a textbook that I already should have for the class that I already paid for.
Yep.
But what keeps me going is, at least for my major, I'm a computer science major. I know I'm gonna make this shit back as soon as I get my job for real. But there's so many fucking majors out here. Niggas will be out here majoring in activism. Bro, you could do that shit for free. And then they get $30,000 in debt and then get mad at the government and the system for the loans that they took out. I'm not trying to defend the government or the education system, but you gotta be smart, bro. Especially when there's so many other options other than going to college. In a perfect world, yes, college would be way cheaper, or at least free. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world.
I can't watch this guy's camera. What is he doing with this thing? Like, could you imagine? Is his degree even worth anything, though? I mean, he's like, what? He's got computer sciences degree. That's very broad, right? I mean, if you took a course, if you taught yourself how to code and you knocked on Elon Musk's door with X and you're like, I'm a really good coder, and he would hire you and you'd make $250,000 a year. That's what it'd be. Pay your college loans back. Yeah, they have to pay the college loans back. Am I walking the strip now? I'm done for that. My feet are busted up. I can't even walk on my right foot. You guys don't even know. I have a sore. It's too much information for you to understand. But I walked so much in the last 2 weeks. I got a sore ingrown toenail on one foot, which means I compensated on my other foot, and now my on the other side. And now I have this horrible pain every time I set foot on anything. It's been bad going to the gym. So now I'm not going to the strip tonight. Um, well, I don't know. I mean, like, what's the point of being a walking tripod, right? Like, if I wanna make more broad appeal content, if I'm just doing commentary in my videos anyways, there's so many walking tripods. You guys want to see? Let's just go to Vegas Live. Let's see what's happening on the strip tonight. I'm not gonna pirate people's streams like a dick or anything because I know how bad that feels. That actually happened to me with Bob Dingo did that to me and others. So okay. It's dead on the strip, right? So we got, of course, the other me is hanging out. So he's on Fremont Street. He's gonna aim his stuff, whatever. He just started actually. Yeah, he just started just 2 minutes, not 2 minutes ago. So he's live. You can go see the other me. These are some channels. If it's not for you, you can go check out. Anna, Banana, and Miguel. I don't know who these guys are. Wow. What kind of camera are they using? Oh, it might just be an iPhone. I don't know. They got great looking quality. I don't know what they're streaming on. This is our first live stream in Las Vegas in 2026. What are the crowds like in January 2026? We take our walking tour of the Las Vegas Strip. They have 1,800 subscribers. Wow. Look at that. Man. Morimoto. Ooh, Iron Chef. Only 500 views. 2 months ago. They don't do anything. 7 months ago. Man, I wish maybe they should do more stuff. I don't know. But they do a lot of lives, is it? Okay, yeah, they did a live. They did lives. They did lives. Okay, they're live streamers. They're not really a post and upload stuff streaming channel. But yeah, so you can go watch them. Who else is streaming right now? Is it about personality, guys? Somebody says I don't like their personalities. What happened to the Campbell, a man with a spatula? YouTube pays less than a couple of years ago. Absolutely. Yeah, I can't live off ad revenue. You kidding me? No, no way. No way, no how. No, sir, no, sir. Can't do that. What else do we got live? We got to back out. Okay. We got this guy, Planet Chaos. This guy doesn't like me whatsoever, apparently. I don't know. I'm not here to be liked. 145 people watching now. What's he doing? We're eating food in sushi. Okay. So I don't know where they're at. They're eating food. They've been streaming. This guy does long streams too, man. He's streamed forever. Look at how many. Oh, this guy, some jerk off here. Look at that thumbnail. This guy is not. A lot of the time, this guy's not live. He's lying to you. Justin Klaus. I've pointed this out before. He's always going to have like several live streams going. Look at, he's got 4 live streams. It's so bogus, man. Because I've been like, it's broad daylight out and his live stream is running. This one might actually, right? Yeah, no. How about no? These are not all live; they're pre-recordeds, but he runs them in a loop over and over again. So it's like you think it's live. You're donating to the guy. He's not even there. It's a complete fabrication. But I mean, look, man, 7,000 subscribers, dude. That some people would kill for that. And then we got a bunch of non-live stuff. So there's a bunch of live things going on right now. You guys could go watch. True LG is popping. True LG. I don't know what that is. I'm not trying to be insulting, but Gen AI would know that you would be wearing a high quality leather boot to do the walking you do. I'm not sure, but Gen AI would know that you would be wearing a high quality leather boot. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're saying. Um, okay, that's fine. You could probably get more of a crowd in my town, California. Everybody wants me to go. This one guy wants me to go to San Francisco really bad. Hmm. I was surprised the number of people in the wet, cold, rainy night. Watch a stream of him and his girlfriend eating sushi. Well, some people like that. I'm not trying to be insulting. That's fine. Chaos could use no, don't be mean. Lying about being live is a lowdown, yeah. Love downtown LG. Okay. Laura Stone, you focus on loan repayments. Have you gone down that road? Los Gatos. Oh, okay. The cats. Gatos. Perros. Gatos. Right? The cats? San Francisco. I paid my way. I think they're trying to say get a more comfortable pair. Yeah, you're right. I should just get more comfortable pairs of shoes. You and me can go walk. You can walk next to me on my streams. We're going to walk 4 miles on Friday. Then we're going to walk another 5 miles on Sunday. And then we're going to do it over and over and over again. And you can come out every day and walk with me in the heat and the cold and see how it feels. That's fine. Big question. Vegas prices will cause travelers to go elsewhere. Which place will benefit most from tourism that would have gone to Vegas? California, actually. Walking for health. Don't get me started. Don't take out college loans if you can't pay it back. Common sense. Yeah, and let's look at some economy stuff. What's going on with the TikToks? These are always like, is the economy you need a job just for the bills and another job for yourself? It's one of these lip syncs. I hate these things. They bother me. I realize my audio is gone. Let me turn it back up.
When I was your In case you don't realize just how bad the economy is, no one is buying anything anymore. Oh wait, sorry, not no one. Actually, half of all consumer spending for the first time in history is just the top 10% of American households. Wow. You know what that means? Our economy is literally held up by wealthy people because they are the only people who can afford to buy shit. And by the way, this doesn't mean that wealthy people are so amazing because they're helping our economy grow. No, why do you think they're the only people that could afford anything? Don't even get me started on the ultra-wealthy people because get this, since the 1980s, billionaires' wealth has grown by 4,500%, while wages only grew by 15%. And while workers' wages only grew 15%, rent went up 400%. College tuition went up 1,200%. Groceries went up 300%. So who's benefiting here? And here's a hint, it's probably not you. It's probably not your family. It's probably not your friends. So why are you defending them so hard? Oh, I think.
Well, hold on. Let's just say, what has the wage growth been in the USA since the year 2000 as a percentage? I don't think he's right on the 15%. I don't think that can't be right. I don't want the steps. Just give me the thing. It's been 89.9%. The total nominal wage growth has been 89.9%. So, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know about the 4,500% claim, but 89.9%. Yeah, it's not 15, that's for sure. But he makes some good points. Look, how the hell do you think the army or men who work for a living stay on their feet all day? Like, you're not. You know what, dude? If you want me to be on the strip, that's fine. I have issues with my feet. I choose not to be on the strip. It was compounded by the fact that I spent 2 hours in the rain the other day on the strip. And it's my channel, and this is what I want to do. And if you want to push back, you don't have to watch the channel. Nobody's making you do it. Okay? Yeah. That's it. You're right. Army people are much more tougher than me. What else do you want me to tell you? You're not a dude? That's fine. You're also not on my channel anymore. So, bye. As a conservative Christian, I can't believe I'm finally saying we should have universal health care. It's time. I don't know if universal health care is the solution to everything. I mean, have you ever lived in a country with universal health care? There's actually a site, I can't remember what it's called. It's something street. People died in Canada waiting for healthcare because this is like universal healthcare. There's a website for this, secondstreet.org. So, this is universal healthcare. 23,746 patients died on a wait list in the past year. Let's go look at what else universal healthcare does. Man dies in Canadian hospital waiting chest pain. Let's go see how your universal healthcare works in some cases. This one here. Here it is.
Prashant Sri Kumar complained of acute chest pain at 12 o'clock noon today. This is Monday, December 22nd, and he was brought to Grainlands Hospital by 12:15, 12:20. He was sitting in the triage from 12:20 onwards till about, I would say, 8:50 till about 8:50 in the night. He was sitting in the triage complaining of constant chest pain. His BP constantly kept on rising with the last recorded blood pressure of 210. He was taken inside.
Dude had a blood pressure of 210. At that point, he needed to be put immediately in the ICU, and he needed to have triage on him immediately. If you guys ever take your blood pressure and it's 210, call an ambulance. Do not drive. You might black out and crash your car and hurt others.
He was only prescribed Tylenol during the entire waiting time that he was out.
Tylenol isn't even a blood thinner. Aspirin is a blood thinner. Tylenol is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, but Tylenol, which goes through your liver, can cause more things to happen.
Outside, and he was not given help. They said that chest pain is not considered acute problem. They do not suspect a cardiac arrest. When he came inside, he was asked to sit down. He got up for fraction of seconds and he collapsed. He fainted, and the nurse was heard saying that I do not feel a pulse. So the hospital administration, the employees of Grainlands Hospital have basically killed my husband Prashant Sri Kumar by not providing him timely medical help. And the security was so rude that instead of addressing the cause, they said, ma'am, you are being very rude. So it is okay for them to kill a human being and to tell the wife that you are being rude. Thank you. This is my statement.
Country, okay, you're right. It's not an NSAID. Thank you so much, Chump the dog. Her voice is horrible. I mean, she's Indian. There's a lot of Indians in Canada, tons of them, and it's nothing new. Lots of Indian folks where I grew up in Canada, and a lot of my friends were Indians and Pakistanis and stuff. Studies in Nordic countries love universal health care. What kind of studies? Who's conducting the studies? Who's conducting the studies? By the way, I just want to show you something called Liberty Health Share, because a lot of you guys don't know that there's some options for you. So Liberty Health Share, all right? So how does health sharing work? Browse our programs. Family programs starting at $319, no child limit. Couples programs starting at $169 a month. Single programs, $89 a month. Okay. Health sharing. Health sharing is an option that most of you guys don't even know exists. The problem is a lot of you guys, you will reject it because it is Christian and you hate Christianity and you hate God. But health sharing works by paying into a thing, and when you need the access to the programs, you can choose any doctor you want to use. There is no in-network, out-network. There's 100,000 licensed optometrists on these things. They have different teeth discounts and stuff, but we've used this in the past for a fairly major thing that I will never talk about on the channel, where it was like a life and death thing. This works totally fine. libertyhealthshare.org. But guess what? They hold Christian values, so some of you guys will completely reject it, and you'll say, "I can't do it, Christian, Christian, Christian," because you hate God, and so you don't get to use this. Can we talk about strippers and gambling? Sure. What do you want to talk about with the strippers and the gambling? No, Felipe, there isn't. No matter where you go, homeless, drug addicts, gangs, degenerates, it's taken the whole state of California. That's not true. Sharing is caring. Kirk Cameron has a good Christian program. Indians will take the Indians will take the black student computer job, maybe. Anyways, am I a Christian? Yes, I am. Actually, I got my bracelet on right now. I wear this all the time. I got this at a church I went to once. It says, God's got this. Look at that. Remember that God's watching. Time to plug my course. You guys want me to plug my course? Nobody wants me to plug my course. Everybody hates my course, don't you know? I guess I could. Yeah. If you guys don't know, just so you guys are aware, I do have a thing that I do to support the channel. And most of you guys have seen it, and it probably won't get any action today, but it's called 1K a day. This is like a 3-minute video here. And yeah, what I do, I got some good testimonials. You know, this is hello, Steven. I want to give you a sincere thanks. It's been quite possibly that you saved my life in a sense. I ordered your course last Wednesday. I did a deep dive. Results in the past 3 days of trading are below, which I'm up 24.42. That's without trying hard. I was up 6:35 by 8:30 this morning, and I'm challenging myself to just walk away. This is a screenshot of my paper trading. This is one of my students here. And the course is a pretty big course. I mean, we got all these different modules, tons and tons of videos. And all we show you in the course is how to scalp the futures markets. It's really not all that hard to understand, you know, how to look at the charts and how to understand them and how to see a pattern that occurs on a regular daily basis. Like, you know, this morning we had tons of opportunities in the markets. What was this today? 6:30 this morning. Oh my gosh. I screen capped this and recorded it live for my students. I mean, we had a ton of things happening today. And I know people in my course made money on this. I know they did, to be certain, right? They saw something like this happen right here. They went by market. Some of them made some money, got out on the top here, and then other ones saw this reversal. Boom. You know what this is worth? Do you guys have any idea what this move down when the market tanks, you can make some money was worth? I mean, I'm getting excited and drool just looking at it. I don't want that tool. That's a Fibonacci tool. No, instead, I want my price measurement tool. So this one here, if you've gotten in on this entry right here, when it goes below this blue and this red line, because you know it's sinking and going down, that is a 228 point move downwards. And if you were trading futures, and you were trading a regular single position, that's 228 times 20. Well, that moved down to somebody who was worth 4,560, you know? So I don't know. What are you doing with your life? So I teach you guys how to look for these opportunities, how to practice this stuff, how to use paper trading, which the markets are completely closed for the next little bit. But look at all this. You missed that one. Oops, I missed that one. Well, that's okay. Here's another one right here, all the way down. Another $2,000 that somebody could have made off that. But we teach you. It's a video course. You can watch it anytime you want to watch it. You log into it. It's supposed to sell for $2,000. I'm allowed to do coupons when I do live streams and stuff like that. So, I mean, technically, if somebody wanted to go on enroll now and then they wanted to type in the code, they wanted to type in Studio One, Studio One, not two. Come on, Campbell. If you applied that code, it would come down to $199. You'd get it for $199. So, if you guys are looking for an opportunity and you guys know that there's something out there and you want to figure it all out and you don't know where to go and you're intimidated and all that stuff, then I do have lint on my chin. It's probably here. Click the link right here. Go type in the code Studio One. You guys can get the whole entire course for $199 for the first few people that are watching. Why can't I copy paste this? It's starting to bug me. So there you go. Wait, can you say that whole thing a time from the top? No, I'm okay. But anyways, click the link, go watch it. There's a video on the page if you guys want to go watch the video. It's 3 minutes and 50 seconds long. It'll tell you what it's about and give you a little more background. You can do this from anywhere. You can do it from Canada, the United States, Great Britain, Australia, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. It's all the same thing in most cases. Pretty much anywhere. And yeah, and you don't have to do what I do, which is I wasted thousands of dollars learning this stuff. So there it is. So click the link if you want to do it. Buy gold. You can trade gold and silver futures. I traded silver futures today. It's a good chart to trade right now. Vegas sucks, bro. Don't invest. What, in Vegas? Dude, no, that's the worst thing anybody can do. People think that these casinos are like losing money. Bruh, casinos are not losing money. Are you kidding me? Shut the front door if that's what you think. I mean, look at Win. Look at the Win symbol, man. The Win stock's doing great. They're great. Let's look at Win for the year over. Whoa, those are a lot of big bars. We got to make the chart bigger. Yikes. You gonna tell me that that's unhealthy? Dang, son. No, the Win bottomed out. It was back in April of this year. It was $65. Now it's hovering around 134. Yeah, don't short casino stocks. I don't give financial advice. But you don't want to MGM Resorts International. You don't want to short a casino stock. They generally perform pretty well. MGM started off in April. What happened in April? Oh, I'll tell you what happened in April. Liberation Day. It dragged all the markets down. So yeah, we had $25 on MGM. Now it's hovering around 37. Although it's they're off from 2023, of course. And then if you guys ever want to see what COVID-19 did, there it is. Oh man, everything does this. COVID-19. Meow. I lost all my viewers, but that's okay. Nice charts. Do you like the tariffs? I mean, if it's going to pump money into the treasury, then sure, tariffs, whatever. Win is past his prime. Steve Wynn has a pretty based Instagram. I don't know if you know that. I traded gold and had some good movement today. Guys also get a long-term portfolio. That's true. MGM, look at Caesar stock. Oh, Caesar's yuck. Caesar, CZR. Yeah. What do you look like, Caesars? Here's what happens, right? So that's a thing. We have our rebound in 2022. That's what you're seeing up here. This is 2022. This is when everybody was revenge traveling. This is 2022. And then it's just like slip sliding, fading away. Not good. Not good. As Jordan Peterson would say, it's not good. But yeah, you don't want to probably invest in. That's the one stock advice I will give you. Don't go long on Caesar's Palace. Don't short it. Don't even touch it with a 10-foot pole. Tariffs are being tweaked. Just saw the pasta tariff in Italy was dropped. Mamma mia. Everyone who thinks let's see here. Wow, Caesars is in trouble. I wasn't at Trump party. Tariffs are great. California is only taxed under 2000. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to do my course, click the link, do your thing, go get it for $1.99. Support the channel. Yeah, I'm doing this for free all night. I got $2 super chat donation. Am I in the market for a new car? I am in the market for a new car, actually. Books is too busy to notice. Wait, what is this? This is a student. It's a holiday period. Did I get an email in terms of email books? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I am looking for a new car, actually. Well, not a new car. I was going past a lot today, parking lot, car lot. I was walking, and it was a BMW dealership. So nowadays, you just scan the QR code on the window, and cars are expensive. Oh my gosh, what does a car cost nowadays? Used cars. Are you guys buying cars? My plans always get screwed up. Used cars. Let's go to Carvana and see what they're gonna sell stuff for. I don't know. You know, what's a good used car? It's got to be a Lexus. Oh, thanks, Commander Kane. Cool. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, Shaq's favorite vehicles. So 2013 Lexus 189. Okay, I guess. I don't know. Is that good? Is that bad? Buy a Jaguar? Yeah, I don't buy a car like a Jaguar. Oh, my. See, I was so proud of my camera placement and I kicked my tripod putting my legs up. These are still like, these are expensive, dude. I think the car market has settled down a little bit. How many miles does my car have? Just about 200,000, 300,000 miles. It's a very old car. Or Honda or a Toyota. Well, my mechanic told me to buy only a Lexus or a Toyota. 20-year-old Highlander? Okay, let's see what that would. I don't want a 20-year-old car, bro. I drive a 22-year-old car right now. I want something nicer, but I can't afford it, so it doesn't matter. The 2005 Highlander. Let's see if they have a 2005 Toyota Highlander. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Nope. Yeah, I don't think they sell 2005 cars at Carvana. So let's type in 2005 Toyota Highlander for sale. See what that's worth. $5,000 at Car Gurus. How many miles though? 239,000 miles. That's ugly. It doesn't have any technology in it. I don't know if the AC is any good, but it probably runs. That's a lot of miles though, I gotta say, man. That's a lot of miles. Try Auto Trader. Toyota 6-cylinder engines from a decade ago are among the best. Okay, get a 10-year-old Honda Accord. I need an SUV. Wife wants me to buy a truck so I can put stuff from Facebook Marketplace into it. VW bugs always need to have the valves adjusted. Tech is what ruined new cars. When I say that, it's like I use a phone with Bluetooth, and it would be nice to have Bluetooth connect so I don't have to buy some super crap China thing for Bluetooth to plug in so I can have the FM stereo run my phone. It would just be nice to have something nice for once in my life. But anyways, Telluride 2025. Kia Telluride. What is that worth? Probably a lot. Kia TELO Ride 2025. $36,000. That's an LX. I don't know if that's more or less. Yeah, I mean, Kia's got quite the brand for themselves. Korean, right? It's not real. There you go. 26 miles per gallon highway, 20 in the city. That's crazy because my RAV4 gets about 20, but it's also from 2001. Push start, leather seats, keyless ignition, bench seats, remote start, Bluetooth, keyless entry, rear view cameras, lane departure warnings, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, third row seat, GPS, adaptive cruise control, Wi-Fi hots. Your car is a hotspot now? What the heck? Kia is Korean language for gay. I really doubt that that's what that means. Don't get a Kia. Drives 2009 Subaru. Well, Subarus are good. They go forever, don't they? Scotty Kilmer on YouTube offers a lot of good information about autos. Don't get a Kia, right? I bought a new 2005 Highland dealer. I remember watching back in the day this one YouTuber. He scammed his whole audience for like a Tesla. It's like, whoa, dude, I could never do that. Buy a BYD electric car. I don't. Are they coming to the United States? Are they? I don't think so. BYD EV. BYD. Oh, they have a whole website for this now, huh? Look at that. Ooh, slick. But then it's an EV, and I don't want to. If I can't drive to California and just like stop somewhere for 5 minutes to continue my drive, I don't like that. RAV4 is one of the best-selling cars in the United States too. 2026 RAV4 is very different, and I'm not gonna pay $60,000 for one, but they're way different than they've ever been. Like this doesn't even look like a RAV4. There's like a sport edition. The RAV4 now has like a supercharged edition, and I think every single car now that Toyota makes may just be like, look at the inside. This is sick. That looks like you're driving like from the year 3000 or something, you know? But that's very boxy, but yeah, the new RAV4. There was this channel he does car reviews and he was gushing over it. Actually, most Toyotas have less maintenance. Yeah, they go forever, but I don't know. I mean, how's a hybrid compare, right? Look at these car prices. 31.9, 36, 39, 34, 41, 43. Who's buying a $43,000 RAV4? At that point, you can buy like the 2023 Lexus RS 350 that I saw. You don't get a brand new car, but you get a lot nicer luxury vehicle in that class. And BYD, I know you're saying you can't buy BYD, but like we were just on the website. I mean, it's BYD.com. It's the USA version. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's getting launched here, maybe it's not, but it's got in Peru. Yeah, I don't even know. But let's go back to our reactionary stuff. Who buys a Kia? I see Kias driving around. Carrot Top says you can, but no. Do you want an SUV sedan? I just want an SUV, man. SUV. And a hybrid would be nice. But again, I'm not financing anything, and I don't have like, because you're gonna lease for a halfway decent 10 or 15-year-old car, you're gonna pay 15, 20 grand still. It used to be worse, man. You remember during COVID how the price of cars, used cars went up? Carvana was on our ass. Like, we want your car. You don't want my car. My car's all messed up. Is it RX? Whatever the newest one. It might have been an RS. One of the ones they retired, I think. BYD sells electric cargo trucks in the US. Well, there you go, right?
When I was your age, I bought a house with my hard-earned $17. You kids just don't want to work hard.
Based on your annual income of $500,000, this is all I could find in your budget.
Stupid AI.
After all that hard work, I finally got my biochemical engineering degree.
That's it. This AI is off the chain, man.
It looks like you didn't have all 16 referrals or your insurance required for this visit, so that'll be $90,000 cash.
This baby only has 400,000 miles. I'll let you have her for only $50,000.
That's exactly why you can't afford a house.
We do have part-time internships, but we require at least 10 years of experience.
Santa, we can't... We finally become adults and the economy looks at itself and says...
Yeah, now's a good time to fucking collapse.
It's like the economy looked at us and said, oh, you want the basic necessities for life?
Let's go ahead and upcharge those so you can't afford them. Like my creator!
When did life become pay to...
Is this what passes for content? Man, I don't know.
The average person in America under the age of 35 will never be able to afford a home. Ever. America has failed us all. The average person in
America under the age of 35 will never be able to afford a home ever. That is crap. That's terrible.
Want to know how up Gen Z is? Not in a bad way, just in a this economy is insane kind of way.
This one doesn't have a time on it. I hate those. I skip
When
those.
I had 3 kids at 20 years old, I worked at the grocery store and was able to buy this house in cash. So y'all just need to work harder. When I had 3 kids,
You know, my grandparents in Southern Ontario, they I don't know how they did it, but they managed to build a house like from scratch. Like all the men on the block, they helped all the other men build a house and all that stuff. And I still remember that house. And my grandfather was a traveling salesman for Gerber baby food, of all things. And my grandmother worked part-time at a pharmacy. And that's it. And they managed to have, how many kids did they have? They had Dawn, David, Dan, Debbie, Donna Marie, and Darlene. They had 6 kids. 6 kids in the 1950s and 60s. And they managed to own a house, working 2 regular jobs, traveling salesman for Gerber baby food and part-time pharmacy. That's it. In Canada in the 1950s and 60s. What the hell is going on with the housing? Nobody can afford anything on the housing. It's terrible, right? Yeah. I live in Hawaii and I can't afford a home. Is $1 million. Ouch. Happy New Leering. The worst quality Leering Center. Give up your cable and expensive phones and save your money. I don't know if like everybody should just like live like a pauper. Too many people, not enough resources. Is there not too many? Well, I mean, yeah, I know where you're getting at. You're getting at the idea that, um, but that's not what it is. Like, look, let's type this into the AI. How many homes in Las Vegas, Nevada are owned by private equity or hedge funds or Wall Street? Let's find this out here. 15% of the total housing stock reaching 25% or more in North Las Vegas is owned by private equity or hedge funds or Wall Street. That's right. 1 in 4 houses that you see in Las Vegas, Nevada, Clark County, Henderson, Nevada, Boulder City, whatever, Spring Valley, are owned by a business whose business it is to turn you into a renter for your whole entire lives, right? That's what their business is. You will own nothing and you will like it. End of story. Full stop. And if you don't have an 800 credit score, you will pay out the ass for all this stuff. They recently, finally, thank God, passed a law that limits or returns, I don't know, let's see, there's some kind of law on it. New law, Nevada, limiting rental applications 2025. Something about this, yeah. Yes, the new Nevada law, effective, significantly limits rental application issues by requiring fee refunds if the unit isn't rented, banning fees for minors, mandating transparent fee disclosures and listings. Landlords must refund application credits or background check fees if they rent the unit to someone else or if the screening wasn't actually performed. That sounds like there's a back way out, but the big scam out here was like these, all these people that own all these places, they would just collect fees for you. They would sit there and they would have 500 applicants, and they'd have 500 applicants that would pay $75 to go and apply for a place. They'd make nearly $4,000 just off the background checks, only to tell you that too bad, so sad. When we were trying to rent the place that we're in right now, we burned through $350 in fees. No, $400. What was it? $50 for some of them, 75 for others. I think it was like $400. It was ridiculous. That's crazy. Take some of the money out of politics. Take all of the money out of politics, bro. That's it. When you have to pay taxes or get kicked out of your home, you don't own it. BlackRock equals Larry Finken's king. The 1960s, people drove cars twice as big as cars now, and gas cost 20 cents a gallon. You could get a whole tank of gas for $5. Yeah, except for average life expectancy US 1960s. All right. All right. It was 69 years of age, 70, if that. So you lived a lot less. Now it's like 75 for men and 78 for women. So we do have some things better than we used to. If only Kamala won, we'd all be rich. All right. We'd be in 17 wars and everything would be melting down. Hey, Steven, would you recommend a Magic Mouse for trading? I just got the course part about equipment. I use a MacBook Pro. I don't think you need a Magic Mouse. Those are $80 mice. I'm a dumbass because I use a $120 mouse. I've been using it for years. I do not have greasy fingers. That is just what happens when you use a mouse for a very long time. I would just get a Logitech mouse for $20 to $50. You don't need this mouse. I have this mouse because like I do a lot of online stuff, so I can scroll back and forth, and it's got all sorts of bells and whistles in it. We're already in new undeclared wars. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, in Kansas, the application fees are 60 per person, and then they tell you that your credit score isn't good enough, but you qualify in every other way that it is. Big screen TVs are expensive back in the day. That's true, consumer electronics, but then we gave all that to China. Now China does it, but do they work good? This mouse is amazing. The Magic Mouse? No, you should not buy a Magic Mouse. I have one somewhere. I have lots of stuff. I have a trackpad. I have 2 Magic keyboards. I bought this at a pawn shop for $40. This is the Apple specialty keyboard. The only problem is it's a lightning connector. I wouldn't buy a Magic Mouse, dude. I mean, they're fine, but I need a physical tactile scroll button on my mouse, and the Magic Mouse is dumb. The charging port's on the bottom of a Magic Mouse, so you can't use it while you're charging. This charging port is right here. You can use it while you're charging. It was $6,000 new. What was that? You see, $60, 60-inch Pioneer Curo plasma TV. USA plan is always at war. It's a military industrial complex. Is this the 2? This is the 3. That's an MX Master 3. I kind of want the 4. I don't know if I want to pay the money for it right now. Probably now I'll buy it tomorrow. I don't know. MX Master 4. It's this mic right here. It's on Amazon right there. They don't even have it on Amazon, actually, come to think of it. So I think Best Buy has it or something like that. Let's see. There it is. $120. It's a little bit newer. It has a touchpad where my thumb would go. So you have extra gestures and stuff like that. And it's a clickable touchpad. So I don't know, man. Is it even available near me? If I get bored tomorrow, am I going to go to Best Buy? Please tell me not to go to Best Buy. I can't keep going to Best Buy. Pick up ready tomorrow at Maryland Parkway. Let's see if it's broadly available in Vegas. Rainbow, Arroyo. Yeah, it's available if I want it. I don't know. It's $120. Maybe I'll get lucky and sell 5 courses tonight. Probably not. Logitech wired is the solution. I don't like wired. Everything in my life is wireless for the most part. I have enough wires. My desk is actually pretty clean right now, if I'm being quite frank with you. So I'm pretty lucky on that. But going back to the economy.
Want to know how?
I wonder what grade you would give
A plus.
A plus.
Yeah, A plus 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 plus.
Well, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released its November jobs report, and that report makes clear this is not an A plus plus
the report
plus
was
plus
blank.
plus economy, as President Trump claimed. The American economy is showing dangerous signs of a recession ahead. The unemployment rate just rose to 4.6%. That's the highest level it's been since the pandemic. And Trump's tariffs are mostly to blame for this hiring slump. In the 7 months since Donald Trump took office.
Dude, what are you getting on about? Since it was the tariffs. Well, how are the tariffs responsible? People still need to work at a Walmart store. It's seasonal hiring that they're going to blame Trump for everything. This is what I can't stand about Democrats. This guy is an actual congressman. He's a congressman. The latest disastrous report. It's Trump's fault that seasonal companies lay people off after the summer season is over. Bull crap, dude. Get out of here.
The American economy has averaged about 17,000 jobs per month. That's a dramatic decrease from the 168,000 jobs per month just last year. Even Trump's chief of staff now admits
Okay, let's talk about that 168,000 jobs per month from last year, because as soon as Trump took into office, we had data that completely wiped out those jobs. So look, revised revised. Oh man, I'm heated now. Jobs report, largest loss ever. It was like 900,000 or something like this. It was ridiculous. BLS, here it is, September. Right? U.S. employers are adding far fewer jobs than initially tallied. In the latest sign, the labor market be weaker than expected, according to a preliminary report from the Department of Labor Department. Okay, the report from Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that the 12 months ending March of 2025. I need you guys to pay attention to this, especially the Orange Man bad crowd. Pay close attention. So what that means, okay, kids, I'm going to show you what that means, okay? So we go to March of 2024. Okay, you know who was in office in March of 2024? April, May, June, July, August, September. January of 2025 is when Trump gets in. And then March of 25, this report comes out that says that we actually had 911,000 less jobs between this period here and this period right here. Okay. So what that means is that March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, all these months that Biden was in the office, okay? And then you had January, February, March. January, February, 2 months that Trump was in office. 10 out of the 12 months when Biden was in office, this was a complete lie. This was a complete lie. Okay? So this guy can talk like he knows what the hell he's talking about. He will, well, we had all these jobs, 160 jobs. They were all lies, dude. They were all wiped off the books.
Vanity Fair article that Trump's tariffs were much more painful than she expected.
Oh, you mean Vanity Fair? The same shit show that hates Donald Trump and is the darling of the left wings? Why don't you quote real data statistics? He's not going to talk about the 911,000 revised jobs that got wiped off the book for the 10 months that Biden was in office. That's what that means. So, you know, whatever.
For any dumbass that gets on the internet and says,
Billionaires worked hard, that's why they have so much money. If you just work hard, you'll be rich.
are you a billionaire? But you work hard. Why aren't you a billionaire? Billionaires aren't billionaires because they worked hard. Hundreds of millions of people work hard every day. They're not billionaires because of their own hard work. They're billionaires from other people's hard work. Other people that they exploit and create profit from. Billionaires don't want you to become a billionaire, and they don't even want you to become comfortable, because guess what? If you're comfortable, they can't exploit you. Because if you're comfortable, you're not going to accept a job paying $16 an hour with 12-hour shifts and no benefits. Billionaires are not your friends. You are just a tiny gear in their...
This is not true on so many levels. And I'm not, listen, you guys know I rage against the billionaires. Billionaires, they're bad. Yeah, a lot of them are bad. A lot of them are exploitative. But for the most part, they're not bad people. And they did work really hard, and they brought something to the marketplace. Like Elon Musk brings products to the marketplace, right? He brought SpaceX to the marketplace. That's one of the most valuable companies in the world because it fills a gap that the United States government can't fill anymore. And when you're valuable, people will pay you money. Billionaires also create tons and tons of jobs. And we're mad at billionaires. This is probably a Bernie boy. You remember Bernie Sanders, right? Bernie Sanders. You know, we got to put the millionaires. We have too many millionaires. And then Bernie Sanders became a millionaire by selling a book. Now, Bernie Sanders owns several houses, mansions. He doesn't live in a little shack in East Lansing, Michigan. Is it Michigan or Missouri? Michigan. He don't live in the Ozarks with the regular folks. So now the narrative is shifted, and now it's that we got to stop the billionaires. The billionaires are bad people. The billionaires pay most of the income tax. The billionaires fund the entitlement programs that regular people rely on. The people that are legitimately entitled to SNAP benefits, that's coming from the bad billionaires. This guy never created a job for anybody. He's just a jackball on the internet raging against billionaires, you know? And that's fine. Dude, the truth is billion-dollar corporations want to stomp you down. You have to get your education up. But this guy's not going to tell you how to do it. You're just going to sit there and get angry watching his TikToks. The tiny gear and the massive machine that prints them money. What capital did you ever put into anything? Nothing.
I wonder what grade you would give
A
your
plus.
economy. A plus.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy? Are we saying his same thing?
For any
Yo, niggas can't move out their mom's crib, bro? I'm still distraught on the fact that this economy really is fucked up. How the fuck could a nigga in the 1960s with a house of 5, a car, and a fucking dog could provide all of that by selling milk? Yo, niggas can't move out.
The latest government numbers show a late summer surge in consumer spending. That led the U.S. economy to grow by more than 4% from July to September, the best 3-month period in 2 years.
We're finally getting a picture of what the back-to-school season looked like, and it was resilient in the American economy. People.
Do you guys feel this is true? Do you guys feel like you're seeing a surge in your paychecks right now? How do we get to meet you? I really love your walking videos. I was there in October and I missed you. I was there on April 7th. I don't really meet people as much, Brian. Like, I know there's like these YouTubers that like to do meet and greets and all that. I just find that narcissistic and I don't know. Increased consumer spending reflects inflation. It could. That's a good point. I don't know. Do you guys feel like it's better than it was? I don't know. How about Epstein? Yeah, they should release all that stuff. No surge in my paycheck for the last few years. Those rich POSs deserve investigation. What are you going to investigate? I mean, I don't know. Nope, I'm still waiting for my negotiation of union contracts 3 years ago. It's not that I don't want to meet people. I meet them all the time when I'm doing live streams on the strip. It's just that here, let me explain something to you guys so you guys can completely understand where I'm coming from, okay? When you guys come to Vegas, I'm so happy you're coming. It's a pleasureful trip for you, right? You're staying at a hotel on the strip. You got to move around. You can be like, well, Steven, then you ask me to meet you. And so for me to meet you, what it means is that I got to drive to the strip. I got to fight the parking. I got to park. If I'm too long on my parking, I got to pay for parking. I got to go through all the rigmarole to a place that I've been over 3,000 times in my life, if not more. And I got to spend realistically 2 or 3 hours making that trip just to meet with you guys. But if I'm on a live stream, I'm always open to meeting you. But for you, and I'll say, okay, I'll meet you at Treasure Island. For you, it's literally a 10-minute walk or a 15-minute Uber drive to get to the Treasure Island so you can meet with me, which is totally fine. But for me, I'm constantly playing catch up. I wake up in the morning and I have 15 or 20 emails I have to respond to from my students, sometimes more. I wake up in the morning, I have to trade, I have to support my students in my course. I have to research YouTube videos, I have to film, I have to edit. I have all these other things I have to do. So for me to be like, yeah, just drop me a line and meet me, I can't just do that. I have to look at life like a responsible adult, and I can't just be like, yeah, I'll just meet anybody. And then people are like, well, you should do a meetup. I find that incredibly ego-driven and narcissistic. What's the point of doing a meetup? Why? It only serves for me so people can tell me, attaboy, you're so good, we like your channel. You can tell me that in the comments. I love you guys for watching, but I hope you can understand. You know what I mean? Make me buy Five Guys. No, and that's another thing. I can afford my food. God bless. Unfortunately, strip walks and talks bring new viewers prone to finding ways to make quick money. No, it doesn't actually. My strip when I do strip videos or live streams and all that kind of, I don't have a connection with you guys. And they don't come back, and it doesn't grow the channel. My channel grew. I was so blessed over the summer. We went from 70,000 to 130,000 subscribers just by doing regular uploads. My live streams actually lose me money and lose me followers because people quit the live stream because I talk about other things. And they want a popcorn channel, and I'm not a popcorn channel. U.S. electric bills increased about 13% in 2005 compared to 2024. That is believable. People were spending money. A couple of things here. Okay, so we got this. Everybody says the economy is doing great. I saw that the USA is the only country that got negative tourist numbers. Yeah, that's pretty much true. Yeah.
Go to your bank account right now and look at how much money you have. If someone told you that 1% of whatever that money is could end world hunger, end global poverty, would you give away 1% of your money? For example, if you had $1,000, $10 would end poverty for over 700 million people. And I know this sounds like some silly hypothetical to think that 1% of your income could solve these major global problems. This is the reality for billionaires. If all of the world's billionaires contributed 1% of their income, it would be more than enough to eradicate global extreme poverty.
He's oversimplifying the problem. You guys have to understand. It's not a money problem. There's unlimited money in the world. If we wanted to throw unlimited money at a problem, we could solve the problem if money were the problem. Money is not the problem. Money is not the problem. The problem is, like, for example, right? There's this documentary, China, Africa Construction. And there's this documentary that came out, and I gotta find it. This frustration. So, mm, I don't know. There's a video out there on YouTube. Chinese man telling his opinion on African men. Chaos at construction here. So,
你看看，打电话，我跟你说好的，我也没给你动手。Get out! Hey, out! Get out! 你给我上面打电话。Out of this place, man! Out of this place! Out of this place! 你先动手啊！你他妈的在这。
So I don't think this is the video, but the problem was that China is doing this thing called the Belt and Road Initiative, and it's similar to I think it was called the McKinley Plan, or what was it called? What was the plan that rebuilt Europe with American money post World War II? Marshall Plan. It was called the Marshall Plan. And so, like, after World War II, you got to understand what World War II did to the world, right? United States was largely isolated. We didn't have any fighting in America or Canada for that matter. So America had built up all their factories to build up the war effort. Now the world war is over. We could sell to somebody, but we can't sell to anybody because large swaths of the entire European continent are just blown to smithereens, right? You know, there's no economy in most of France, all of Western Germany. Italy is just decimated. Large parts of Eastern England just are been bombed, and like the Blitzkrieg flew over London. So what does America do? They institute this thing called the Marshall Plan. It provided over $13 billion in aid to help reconstruct war-torn Western European countries, modernizing industries, preventing the spread of communism. The joint effort involved European nations cooperating to develop a general recovery plan, with the U.S. providing funds to finance imports, rebuild infrastructure, foster trade, leading into rapid economic recovery by the early 1950s. So right now you have something called the Belt and Loop Initiative. Belt and Road Initiative, my bad. And the Belt and Road Initiative is where China's going, and they're funding all of these massive projects all over the world, going into countries like Africa, where they're like, oh, you guys need highways, and you need airports, and you need seaports, and you need running water, and you can also use electricity. It's not because China is some kind of harbinger of wonderfulness, right? It's not. It's because China has these horrible deals with these companies. And if they don't repay those loans to China on time, China just swallows up their infrastructure and owns it under these agreements. Point is, we're going back to the idea that, oh, you can just solve world hunger if you just give $1. If you had $1,000 in the bank and you give 1% of that, everybody will have their problem solved. No, those countries are corrupt. They have a culture of corruption, and nobody wants to do business in those countries, which is exactly why what Nick Shirley's doing is so important, because he's exposing corruption, but it's also could be very detrimental to the United States, because there's this thing called the World Corruption Index. And I want you guys to see if you can actually correlate. If you can correlate the transparency.org, here's a corruptions index, right? The number one least corrupt country is Denmark. Now we get to this part here. South Sudan, Somalia. Somalia is 179 out of 180 countries for corruption. Venezuela, Syria, Yemen, Libya. The sad part is, where my wife is from, is 114th. So guess what? People don't want to invest in those economies because they're super hyper corrupt. So you can give all the money in the world to these countries. You're not going to solve anything. that money's going to be pissed away. And that's why in the video we were looking at, the Chinese guy was super pissed off about what's happening. And there's these video clips showing that like they had to start drawing lines on gas tanks that were full of diesel fuel because they would come back and the Chinese construction is going on and they fuel this giant, huge caterpillar machine to dig holes. And then somebody is siphoning the gas out, stealing it. They're there to help you and you're stealing the gasoline. You see? Historical record of corruption. And add in the 130 ongoing global conflicts. Ukraine was number 1 for years. Where is Ukraine on that chart? I have way too many things open right now. Let's see where Ukraine is. Ukraine is 105th out of 180. It's not much better. Not much better. Where is the United States? The United States is 28th. Okay. Where is Canada? Canada's 15th. All right. So, yeah, I mean, we're pretty much okay, but the darker the red gets, the worse it is. World Corruption Index, how'd you do, Pikachu? Not great. Philippines is up there. Japan is, rank is 20th. They've gone down 2. Philippines has gone down 1. Yeah, we got like Somalia. Gosh, that's terrible. Who wants to do business in a country like that? Nobody. Africa still has many of the worst. Yeah, you get the worst problems in the world. Why is this one blank? What country is this? There's nothing here. I don't know my geography well enough, right? Even South Africa. South Africa is no 82nd. Yeah, you go do business in these places, right? No wonder they can't get ahead because nobody wants to fund them because they just have a culture of corruption that lasts forever. I'm surprised Spain is so high on that list. Zelensky just fired some corrupt underlings. Zelensky is corrupt himself, dude. There's no such thing as oh, poor me. Poor you. You are wealthier beyond you'll ever believe. Nomad Capitalist on YouTube is a good resource for where to invest in the world. Pirates, matey. Yeah, they pirate in this little area here that goes in, and this is like one of the most valuable pieces of real estate in the world. This is where they were bombing oil tankers. Hezbollah and stuff like that. Strange Morocco territory in gray. Oh, is it Morocco? Good call. Wonder why it's blank. Let's see here. Ukraine was number 1 for years. Chinese making money all over the world. Corruption is a problem. Historical record of corruption. Add the one other. All right, we got no more comments. Let's go back to our video and see this guy here. This guy here, I'm going to tell you, this dude's a Bernie boy. You got to get rid of the billionaires. They're the worst things in the world. Where did my thing go? Okay, we have opinion. We have opinion, cap cut, basic tax, internet slang, BLS. There it is, the economy. All right.
The latest government number.
All right, I'm drunk. Let's go. So if you're feeling broke, you're not alone. Dude, I don't open up about what I do very often on here, but I've been in mortgages for the last 12 years. So if you want to lump that in with finance, that's fucking fine. There's a little bit of a tech angle on there. It doesn't matter.
7 minutes.
Tipping is out of control, and it's gotten so...
Waiting for
How long is this going to take?
Buy a condo for 50K. The housing market is not going to crash. You guys think the housing market's going to crash? I really don't think it's going to crash. I think the economy's bad. It's not going to crash. Job 1. Job 2. Wow. Job 3. Okay. Job 4. All right. Job 5. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, he's got 5 jobs.
Today is December 20th, 2025, and this is your update on the economy. The United States has lost 58,000 manufacturing jobs so far. That does not include the Coca-Cola bottling plant in Hawaii closing or the Pepsi bottling plant just announced closing in Central Florida. Yep. That was a 60-year-old plant, a $300 million plant closing in Central Florida. Unemployment is the highest since the COVID pandemic. We are set to lose $70 billion in tourism alone just in 2025, and you can multiply that by another 3. We are set to lose about $45 billion in agriculture alone just in 2025. Yesterday, we attacked Syria. You heard me correctly. That is going to cost us billions of dollars, just like when we attacked Iran. The U.S. military just did its largest budget increase again ever. It's almost $1 trillion. The Pentagon moved $2 billion last week to the Department of Homeland Security, despite the fact that the Department of Homeland Security already had a record-breaking $175 billion budget.
Yeah, but what she's not saying is that when we fund the military, when we grow our military, it creates jobs. I mean, average military pay USA. The average person is making 20 to 25,000 annually for entry-level enlisted personnels. That can exceed 100,000 for senior officers. And that sounds like it's not a lot, but then I want you to consider they have food, they have housing if they're not reservists. If they are reservists, then they're making that money plus working a job. So that's actually extra for them. And it's also a career path for a lot of people. Plus, when they get out, they have a VA bill, right? Like they have a retirement if they serve a certain amount of time in the military. Plus, when you pump money into the military then buys stuff. They buy stealth bombers, war machines, these kinds of things. So I wouldn't say that funding the military is a bad thing because the government has been funding Somali fraudsters in Minnesota to the tune of $9 billion, evidently. We will see how that all turns out. So I wouldn't really cry and be all upset about us funding that kind of stuff. It just, no. Big, beautiful bill with huge deficit spending, fueling economy and inflation. That could be it. Coke, they are building a new plant in manufacturing. Karen, that's one confused chick. Truckers who live stream are saying all overnight truck stops are empty all over the country. Trucking is the best economic indicator. I think also importing stuff like that too. Gas at the lowest price per gallon average since Trump's first term. Mortgage rates down 1% this year. Inflation down to 2%. I don't trust. Hey, Flick's been on my stream a lot, so he knows that I'm not arguing with him or calling him out. You can't trust the inflation numbers because those inflation numbers came in so low. A lot of people who know the economy said those should not be as low as they are. Why are they as low as they are? Is it because people aren't spending in the economy that they went down? Because when there's no spending happening, there's no inflation that would be necessary because there is no demand for anything. If people suddenly stopped buying iPhones would go down in price. Does that be good? Does that just mean, well, why did the iPhone go down in price? Well, because Apple figured out a way to make it better. I don't know about that. But anyways, I will take a second right now to pitch my course. If you guys are looking at the economy and you feel like it's not serving you very well, just to let you guys know, I do offer an option to get yourself well-versed in that stuff. It's called 1K a day. You can find the link. I'll post it up in the chat. It teaches people how to go into the markets and how to visualize things and see the same patterns that happen on a daily basis over and over again, and how to figure out how to possibly scalp some money off of charts like these. I have 700 plus students that are all doing it, and a lot of them are making $200-300 a day in some cases. They're just looking for simple stuff. Like they're looking for something like this. If they were looking at this chart, they would have seen this giant thing here that pushed off of this white line. It's bigger than all the other bars ahead of it, behind it. They go up, they click button, they make some money, they get out. That's it. You do it 50 bucks here, 100 bucks there. And look how often that kind of thing manifests itself. Hey, look, here's another big bar that's bigger than everything else that pushes off the white line. Oh, look, it went up. I can make some money. Wait a minute. What about if it does the opposite? Because I heard I have to wait for the stocks to go up to make money. Well, these are futures. And if you woke up this morning and you saw that this one here went down, you could have been in this. You could have made some money. It's super approachable. It's like playing a video game once you get the hang of it. And once you realize that this stuff happens like this every single day. Every single day you look at this puppy, there's an opportunity somewhere. There's another one right there. Oh, look, it went off that white line. It went down. I could short that. I can make 150 bucks possibly in 3 minutes, and then I can go and do my day. So, if you're enjoying my teaching style right now, then I want you guys to consider hitting up the website because I got the entire course for 199 bucks until my price goes up, and it's going to go up when my platform tells me it's going to go up, and then it'll be either 299 or 350. But you get the entire course. Type in the code Studio1, and I'll see you guys as a student in the course. Give yourself that opportunity to make some money, because if not, you're going to be hanging out with the economic Karen over here, wondering why you're so upset with everything. So there you go. Let's see what else we
Well, Elon Musk experienced the seventh worst day of his life today, with the stock market crashing on fears of a Donald Trump-caused recession, which Wall Street is calling the Trump session.
Oh, this is from March. Market's gone up a lot.
If you're 20 and you live with your parents, raise your hand. Cool. You're not doing bad in life. The economy is doing freaking terrible right now.
Oh.
If you're working every day, if you have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and you just grinded, you're doing it right. Fam, I'm gonna say it again. You're doing it right. The economy is horrible right now. Houses, ridiculous right now. If you live with your parents and you trying to move out, but you're like, man, I can't, I don't got enough bread. Don't worry, twin. Your time is gonna come. Because at the end of the day, we have it at least 5 times harder, economically speaking, than our parents did. And our grandparents had it light. But make a plan. Understand that that plan might literally fail. Then you have to make a new plan and understand that plan might fail. And then you have to make a new plan and understand that plan might win. So don't give up.
That's the best advice I've heard on a TikTok ever. Make a plan, have another plan, have another plan. Just keep swimming. Get an education. Guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is going to be the year of a lifetime. You're going to miss out. That's what it's going to be. I mean, look at this. This is just the NASDAQ chart, right? Here's the NASDAQ chart year over year. A lot of you guys are like, I don't know. The economy is bad. Who cares? Yes, the economy's bad. Look at this. This is ridiculous. From 2023, we went from 33,000 on the NASDAQ up to like 50. It's like, oh, this is not the NASDAQ. This is the Dow Jones Industrial. This is the NASDAQ for a year, right? I was going to say, why is it like, it should have been like 25 or 26. Look at this, man. There's some people that are out there that are like just letting this run away on them. Silly, right? Look, this is your correction. This is when Trump said tariffs and everybody said, we're done for, we're doomed. The markets are in free fall. Whatever you do, liquidate, get rid of your 401k, don't stop. And then look what happened. It didn't just get better, it got way better. It got way better. It increased how many points? 22,000. It shot up 3,000, 4,000 points. So you can either get in on this stuff, or then you're going to be like how they were with the AMC and the shorting the GameStop back in COVID. And you're like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. But anyways, it's up to you. All the index are out. I mean, everything is going up. You're not participating in this if you're lucky enough to have a 401k. But then what's happening is inflation is coming. The money printers are back on. Day trading takes a lot of discipline. I mean, the course is really well structured, honestly. Like, if you look at the course here, you can see some testimonials on the page. You can see these videos start off as 2-minute long videos. This one here is 14 minutes. It's how I became, how I got into the whole thing. 2 minutes, 7 minutes, 11 minutes. And then we get into like the longer stuff here. Like I do, there's like 20-minute long trading recaps and trading replays. This is where I show you how I'm trading the markets and stuff like that. But it's not that it does take discipline, but it just takes specialized knowledge. That's all there is to it. It's not all that hard to figure it out. My mechanic can make more money off my ass because he has specialized knowledge fixing a car. And if I had the specialized knowledge, I could fix cars too, but I don't have the time or the resources to do that hands-on. This is something anybody can do hands-on, but it's up to you guys. Living in Vegas, how can you not gamble? I don't like the way it makes me feel, boss. I don't like the dopamine. I know that if I won big once, my dopamine will go out of control. I tend to have, I'm Ukrainian, Polish, Irish. So I'm an addiction waiting to happen. So I just don't do it. It's not good for me. So I have self-control. Panic sell-off. Stocks have been going sideways since 10/29/2025. It depends on what you're looking at. Let's see if that's true. 10/29/2025. So 10/29/2025. So let's just draw a box. Okay, we're going to look at this up because you said it. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I want to look at a few things. This is the NQ from 10/29. 2025. Okay, so that's the wrong tool. We're going to go to our box here. 10/29. 10 September 29. 29. Okay, we're gonna draw a box here at 10/29. Okay, so not sideways. They've actually been in decline since 10/29. Yeah, that's our range for the prices. So we've been ranging sideways. Well, maybe no, sideways. Yeah, I could say it's sideways. But this is the kind of stuff you worry about when you're a quote unquote investor. Why do I have this bracket open? This is what you worry about when you're a quote unquote investor. If you're not a investor, you don't worry about this stuff, right? If you're on my course and you're opening up your charts and you see a thing that happens, you just do the thing that happens. This is a daily chart, by the way. If we're looking at a 2-minute chart, you wake up in the morning, start new. You see this thing right here, right? You're like, oh, I don't know. What am I going to do today? You watch it. This bar takes 2 minutes to form. You see that bar. It breaks up a little bit. You see another one up here. You see another one up here. Now we are breaking out of this top range. You see it going up. Then you buy into this and you say, oh, I'm going to buy this market. And you buy it up until the blue and you're done in 10 minutes. That's it. That's what we do in the course. But yeah, I hear you. You're Yugoslavian. Cool.
Well, Elon Musk.
Okay,
if you're in the top 10%, life's never been better. We're in a Hunger Games economy. The winner leads a remarkable life, and everybody else dies a slow death. If you have your shit together as a young man and you have the discipline to get the right certification, the graduates in my class at Stern, I teach the MBA, their average salary is $212,000.
Wow. Nice.
They go on a dating app, they're going to get a ton of attention. Their opportunities have never been more exceptional. Their vacations, their ability to take care of their parents at a young age, their economic opportunity, their chance to make millions is within reach by the time they're 30. Those opportunities did not exist for our parents. So it's become sort of a winner-take-most environment. Mm-hmm. So it's great to be in the top 10%, but I can prove to all of us that 90% of our sons are not in the top 10%.
It's true.
And when you think about it, goes back to me, like, what is America supposed to be? And the reason I've got involved here, I was in that bottom 90. I was probably in that bottom 50.
Oh, I was in the bottom. We were in the bottom of all of it. I know what that feels like. It's not fun. Somebody wants to email me. Hey, Steven. Who wants to email me? Stocks always have dips. What's my outlook? Vegas real estate is wonderful. Oh, my. Plain blank website. Let's just bring this up. I'll show you guys something here, okay? Here's what you got to understand. All right. I need you to understand something. This is very important. It's going to apply to every single person watching this in North America, probably in other countries. If you're not in North America, you're in England, you're in wherever. So what you got to understand is that economists are right with this. Yeah. You should spend 3.5. Your house should be worth 3.5. Your mortgage payment, your yearly annual, whatever you pay, 3.5 times your salary. That should be your home value. Okay. So let's take a look at this, right? In Vegas right now, the average household income in Vegas is somewhere around $71,000. Okay. So if we apply that 3.5x factor to $71,000, we're going to get 7. I'm not the math guy, so we're just going to do it this way. What's 71,000 times 3.5?
71,000 times 3.
So 248.5. Okay, so that means that for people to comfortably afford a house in Vegas, you'd have to buy a house worth $24,500. That's where you're safe. Okay, so average household income for the year in Vegas, that's the safety zone. This is what you should be able to afford for a house. The problem is that Vegas right now, the average home price is $460,000. And that's if you don't want to live in the worst part of North Las Vegas in a neighborhood with everybody wearing just blue and red and walking around with a piece on them. You know what I mean? So what does that mean? So we're just going to work backwards, right? So 460 divided by, you go $460,000 divided by, how is it? 3.5, right? So that means that the average person in Vegas, to own a house, you have to make this much money. Any mathematicians in the crowd want to play along with me? So you need to make approximately $131,428 a year to own a house in Vegas. How'd you do? Does that look like a healthy market to anybody? Does that look like a healthy market to anybody? People that make 212,000 a year bribe their way. That's not true. Not at all. I was a beast at 19. There's nothing wrong with being in the bottom 50%. I'm there. Money does not buy happiness. That's true. You can only buy so much crap. Many baby boomers are sitting on hundreds of thousands in home equity. That is also true. I made this chart the other day. We're sitting on $7.3 trillion of cash in the economy. It is a preposterous amount of money. Like I can just go to the AI and I can say, let's get rid of all this stuff on the screen. Oops. Whoops. Okay. So I can just say, make a chart or make a chart of cash being held in the economy dating back to let's just say 2019, because that's pre-COVID. And you'll see people are not spending their money. Okay. Billions. Okay. Now, for some reason, it's like trillions, 2.4 trillion. I said 7.4. I had different data set before. Maybe that's cash and assets, but it doesn't matter because look, $1.89 billion, 2.43, no, billions, trillion, 1.89 trillion in 2019, 2.4 trillion in 2025. People are holding on to their cash, right? Because why? Because consumer confidence chart. If we look at the consumer confidence chart, the consumer confidence chart shows that consumer confidence is sinking, right? There's a better way to get that chart. Just open this in a new tab. There it is. Oh, no, I want to open image in a new tab, Steven. There it is. Okay. So when you look at this chart, what do you see? You see it sinking. You see it sinks like crazy in 2020. This is a COVID pandemic. Nobody has confidence in the economy. It increases in 2022. That's when inflation starts. Inflation starts, everybody realizes that they can't afford anything. It sinks down. Then we keep going. And now here we are in 2025. This is a projection for 2026. When consumer confidence is bad over and over and over again, people don't participate in the economy. And they're not participating in the economy, inflation can drop. When they're not participating in an economy, Wall Street companies want to keep their profits. When they want to keep their profits, they lay people off. When people get laid off, they work 4 or 5 jobs. When people work 4 or 5 jobs, they're just fatigued and they hold on to all their cash for a rainy day. My home equity will go to the kids. Here in SoCal, prices are ridiculous. You got to have 2 jobs, Treasury Direct. Not spending money is part of the problem. Retirees sitting on $6 million in retirement has a few kids who are struggling to get by. Gift them now. Help your kids, grandkids, and watch them enjoy. Like in life, you don't start at the top. Buy a starter home, fix it up as you can afford to, buy within your means. ICE deporting illegals will leave empty rented homes and apartments. Rent should go down. Biden printed money like a drunken sailor. Young people turning older. Yeah, that's it. Willing to pass your wealth on is a waste. Waiting to pass your wealth. Yes, that's actually quite true. I mean, there's a story in a book called Born Rich by Bob Proctor, and it's a good book. And people asked me the other day about life-changing books, and I said, I don't know. Most books are just fluff. But Born Rich is a good book. He talks about a man when he grew up in Canada. Bob Proctor grew up in like the Depression era. And he said there was a man who was a hoarder. And when he died, they went through his house. I don't know if you've ever been around somebody who died, but it's like the most depressing thing in the world. All those things that they cherished, all those things that they had, whether or not they were a hoarder and there was a bunch of trash in their house, or they had really nice things, all that stuff goes out. People go through it. Then they see what your secrets are. That's just the way it is. Anyway, the story that he tells goes that this guy was like a pauper. He clipped coupons. He wouldn't spend money on himself. He lived poor, drove a terrible automobile, never went to dinner, cooked at home, never went to the movies, never did anything. And then they found out that the guy had like $1 million of cash squirreled away in his house, just doing nothing. So money has to go from one place to the other, right? And if nobody participated in a recession, there would be no recession, right? Right. So that's a lesson for us all. Right. Hunter Biden said he's broke. He's such a liar. Hunter Biden's such a con man. What will we do with the drunken sailor? Hunter is the smartest guy, Joe knows. Question: if Vegas is so dead, why doesn't the data coming out of the hotels and casinos reflect it more accurately? Are they manipulating investors? No, Victor, it's actually quite interesting. Let's see if Google Gemini can do it properly. Let's see. Actually, I have it somewhere. Let me go back to this screen so I don't show you my personal desktop. And I'll show you an image that I created that shows exactly why that's happening. It should be somewhere on my desktop. And what it is basically, it's big things like baccarat wins that are doing it. As the big whales come in and they spend on baccarat parlors and rooms and stuff like this, that has caused the monthly spikes in the overall gaming revenue. And so I actually caught on to something else too that I'm going to be putting in a video very soon, next week, that I figured out. Sorry, you might hear some video as I'm paging through all these images. There's like 100 images I got to go through here. There it is. So here it is, okay? This is the correlation between baccarat wins and strip gaming revenue, okay? So I'm going to open this with preview. There it is. Now it's open. It's not going anywhere. So take a look at this screen right here. All right. Now you're seeing two different lines. Okay. Now the red line right here, this represents baccarat wins. Baccarat's one of the most profitable games for a casino. This is going back to January of 2024. Now, on the blue line, what you have down here is actually a plot of the casino gaming revenue takes. So the casinos post these how much did you win takes, right? Now, look at the chart carefully, and you can see that every single time we have a spike on the casino baccarat winnings for the strip casinos, every time that happens, the blue spike comes up. So all of the winnings, all of the earnings of the casino companies in terms of their gaming wins are coming off the backs of players that are going into places like the Wynn and the Fontainebleau and the Venetian and the Palazzo and the Encore and the Resorts World. And they're sitting down with at least a $350,000 bankroll because you need to pass a credit application just to play in those rooms. Does that make sense? Right. So every time you see a spike, just know. And so the casinos are cleaning up. Plus, their handle is likely higher right now because the people with more money, the AA crowd, we call them affluent asset holders, are the ones who are coming in. They're the top 10%. The casino is just bringing in the top 10% of the economy more and more and more, turning Vegas into an unaffordable place, which is why you guys need to make more money. You need an extra skill. And I have another set of stats I'm going to drop in a video next week too, you know? And it's going to show you guys why is it that the local hotels bounced 20% positivity in revenue this month. Yeah, the year over year for local hotels, local gaming was up 20%. What the heck happened? And I think I figured it out. So I'll post that video next week. So let's see what else we got. By the way, again, if you guys want to take advantage of this stuff, if you guys want to learn how to make more money, go and explore. Go see what my course is all about. You get it for $199. It'll be the best $199 you ever spent in your whole darn life. You guys will learn stuff that'll help you build up a potential future for yourselves. You have a skill that only a few people know, and you'll get it before I raise the price. So you can use the code Studio1 if you want to. I'll never stop coming to Vegas, but my 7-day trip is now going to be a 4-day trip in terms of what I can spend. The question is how much leverage is there in high rollers and casino finances? Go to local casinos, station casinos. Okay, baccarat is like betting on a coin flip with an 11% chance the coin lands on the side. I only use credit cards and pay them off fully every month while repeating benefits like cashback. Chinese multi-billionaires. Yes, a lot of Chinese folks, they don't care about Orange Man. They're like, what did he say? I don't know. Don't speak the language. All the technology on cars, more things to fail. We're sad. Yeah, I saw the Toyotas. You have to subscribe to Toyota features after a year. That's BS.
If you're
in the top.
And then allegedly, the economy grew more than expected in the third quarter. And the reason I say allegedly is because when the fuck did that happen? Huh? What economy was it? Is it here with us? No? Okay. And then Nicki Minaj really pulled one out of all that ass she has when she said she has the utmost respect and admiration for President Trump.
Out of all the fucking people we could admire. And then Jake Paul is still alive and well, and you know what? I'll get my ass whooped on national television right now.
If you're in the top 10%, life's never been better.
Anyways, let's stop the videos. I wanted to do a live stream from home. Hopefully the format is good for you guys. I appreciate you guys being here with me, but it's like I've been streaming now for the better part of how long? 2 hours. I just wanted to test the format out. Who knows? Maybe this catches on. Maybe I have some more people that watch and share the stream with somebody if you thought it was entertaining. I don't know what kind of format this is, reactionary format, but hopefully somebody watches in the future too, because I really like really like doing them. I need water. I need food. I need stuff. Do I have planetary fasciitis? I don't know what that is, but I don't know. Maybe, possibly. My feet hurt. That's all I know. My wife has it and her foot hurts bad. Yeah, maybe. I just got to stay off of it. This is not the first time this has happened, actually. This is not the first time. This won't be the last time. Well, it might be the last time if I stop walking 40 miles a week or a month. Hopefully more subscribe. We'll see. I probably drove some people away with subscriptions because they're like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's talking and saying things that don't fit into my echo chamber. So I will unsubscribe because I don't want to have any kind of opinions that aren't things that don't agree directly with what I think. So let's see if we had unsubscribers. We started off with the last were 173. And actually, we gained a net subscriber, so that's pretty impressive. It was a good one tonight. Thanks for the chat. Thanks so much, guys. If you guys want to support the channel, consider the course for yourself. It'll be a gift that you give to yourself because you didn't like anything anybody gave you. For all the dads out there, you didn't like the tie that they gave you at Christmas. So treat yourself. Lynch roller for life. All right. We'll see you guys possibly tomorrow night because I have nothing to do but sit at home and talk to you guys. And I love connecting with you. So you are so great. Well, okay. So hold on. I keep trying like I'm going to end the stream and then people fall off. Yeah, so what's happening right now is I have a net fall off of 314 subscribers over the past 28 days. And YouTube Studio has an AI built into it now that's actually useful. And it told me that, yeah, you had a net drop, but you got to think about new subscribers that came in because you're talking about the economy and stuff like that. So that's good. In my last video, it was decent. You know, it was good. And I'm very blessed and I can't complain about anything. And I love Jesus. I love my wife. I love my parents. I love my students. I love my audience. And so I'm happy that you guys are here with me. So sorry for a bash Trump. I don't care if you bash Trump, Victor. That doesn't matter to me, dude. I'm not in a position where I'm going to like be like fighting you. If you're just super obnoxious, antagonizing people, you might not last in the chat, but you can say your opinions, bro. Yeah, it's fine. Don't matter. I'll tell you what, let's go do it again tomorrow night. My wife has me watching this thing. I'm going to be doing a video on the shooting that happened at Mandalay Bay. That should be terrifying for me. Last one I did on a taboo topic got almost no views, but that happens sometimes. What time tomorrow? I don't know, man. Is there football tomorrow? What's the sports tomorrow? NFL schedule. Is there like some kind of wild card game going on? Tomorrow at 1:30, tomorrow at 5 p.m. So, of course, there's football, right? Yeah. I'm not a football guy anymore. I stopped watching. I don't have time for 3-hour games. Yeah, but tomorrow the Sea Chickens play my 49ers. I do like the 49ers. I mean, I'll watch them if they're in the Super Bowl. Panthers play the Bucks tomorrow. So, I don't know. I can't get away from the NFL. So, I'll probably jump on around, I don't know, 5 or 6. I want more 1K a day commercials. No, you don't. Nobody does. But I got to pay the bills somehow. Anyways, I love you guys. Walk the Filipino district would be fun. That'd be good. I got to be careful. That's not a nice neighborhood. I think a lot of sports are scripted. I wonder what the city is hosting the Super Bowl this year. I think it's New Orleans. Super Bowl host. Is it New Orleans? It's always New Orleans. So stupid. Host city 2026. The AI screwed up. It's in Levi Stadium. Oh, dude, I'm stupid. Yeah, it's in San Francisco. So San Francisco has an opportunity to be one of those teams that plays in their host city. I think LA was the last one, right? They won it. It was pretty good. The Rams, right? The Rams won it. So that was good for them. All right. Gotcha. You guys are the best. We're going to have to click out here. So I got to go do real life stuff. All right. Bye, guys. Love you all to death.